Thanks very much, Cllr. Look, a year ago, when I was just new to the council, I was at a meeting of the ward councillors where it was presented what was called at that stage interim plans for the bath site, which did not include a swimming amenity, a public swimming pool down there. And my first response was to it, what this looks like to me is that you are never going to put the swimming amenity down at the bath site. And I was reassured by the manager that there was no intention, that this was an interim plan, that the elaborate plans that we've seen for the bath site were still the end goal, and the swimming amenity would still be put there, but this was an interim plan. A year later, nothing has happened on that. The interim plans, the so-called interim plans, have advanced slightly, but they were still, last time I saw them, called interim plans. Now it turns out that they're not interim plans. As far as this report that has been put before us tonight, it says that while seawater swimming will be facilitated down at the bath site in terms of a jetty into the sea, it is not proposed to provide a swimming pool. So there we have it, straight up, finally, a straight answer from the manager. There is going to be no baths down at the bath site. No matter how many people have marched, no matter how many people have signed petitions, and despite the fact that this council has voted for it, that it went out on a public consultation, and this is what the people of Dun Laoghaire are waiting for and are expecting. And instead, we're expected to hand over 1.5 million to, as I think the manager said, exit from the baths project. Well, I don't think that's good enough, and I don't think that will be good enough for the people of Dun Laoghaire or for the people of the whole county, because this is not just about Dun Laoghaire, it's about the whole county that got involved in campaigning for a proper public swimming amenity down at the baths, and instead 1.5 million over to the Harbour Company, who have serious questions to answer about their own finances. There have been many questions raised there about expenses paid to one of the directors. There is questions to be answered, and we're going to just hand over 1.5 million. We haven't even seen proper plans for this. We don't know how much of the pier is going to be taken up with the sunbathing or the bar facilities, as were talked about at the March council meeting. We really don't know how this 1.5 million is going to be spent, except that it's going to provide some kind of swimming amenity down on the East Pier that has not been put out to public consultation, that we don't know what people think about this, and I just think it's absolutely not good enough. I have seen these Badeschiff-style projects in Berlin. I've seen how they turn into nightclubs at night. We don't know what projects there are down at the down on the pier, and we don't actually know how viable they are going to be down there. I think instead of agreeing to this nonsense proposal, we need to get back to the actual reality of what people want in this county and represent the people, and stand by previous votes at this council and restate our commitment to a public swimming pool down at the bath site. They are viable, just, 100 miles up the coast at Newcastle County Down. There is a very viable swimming amenity run by the local council with a heated seawater pool, perfectly adequate for the people of County Down and the surrounding area. I'd like to see this council support the motion that we've put forward tonight to stand by its commitment to have a public swimming amenity down at the bath site, and to not hand over 1.5 million on a proposal that is just about the manager exiting from some commitment he used to have, or this council certainly had, to the baths project.
Councillor Bannock.